Canton Memorial Fieldhouse and the refurbished Fieldhouse as well. Welcome to Boys High School Basketball Federal League style as the Canton McKinley Bulldogs entertain the Perry Panthers. And he's back, world traveler, Ralph Lee Jr. Great to see you, my friend.
Good to be back home, buddy.
Tell us, you've been visiting with people here, getting caught up?
Yes.
Set the scene.
I tell you, Coach V told me you can't go anywhere anytime, any season up, you can't go anywhere. They were playing very good when I left. Came back, I left, they were playing bad. They came back, they're playing really good. He's like, well, that's the problem. You should have never left. So I got to tell you, in talking to people catching up, tonight's game's important. One, because it gives McKinley an opportunity to go over the 500 mark for the season. They're 7-7. A lot of people thought there would be more than a 500 team around this time of year. So it gives them an opportunity to do that. The other thing, it gives them a nice two-win cushion in the league. And if they can do that, they'll be 6-4 in the league. And that's good, too, with a couple teams, tough ones coming up. The keys to the night. There isn't any keys, Scott. There's just one key. And talking to Coach tonight before the game, play to the standard. Play to the standard. Meaning, we know that Perry's not a very good basketball team. Let's not play like we're not a very good basketball team. Play to the standard. Have fun. Rebound the basketball. Score when you're supposed to score. And have fun at it. That's the thing tonight. And get past this. Get some rest for 3 games next week.
Yes, no question. Well, Mr. Rafus is at the PA. I want you to, because you had a chance to talk to the referees. We got lots of experience involved here.
Yes, we do. We got 45 years of experience. Patrick Henderson, 18 years. Marlon Oden, we've had a lot here in McKinley. He has 18 years. And then there's Nate Blade, 9 years of service, 45 years of service for referees. And the crew, and talking to the referee crew, they were like, this should be a good one. And if they played away, we shouldn't have to blow out whistles as much. And I said, yeah, if we play to what we call the standard, we shouldn't have to blow whistles that much.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. McKinley Band with our national anthem. Had a chance before the game to get caught up with the new head coach, Mickey Saban, who incidentally was a member of their state Final Four team in 1991. He remembered more than I did.
Okay.
But we're talking about the Chip Hare and Chad Spurgeon team, just to drop a couple names. And in between two outstanding McKinley teams that had initially Eric Snow, and on both teams, Brian Bowden.
Okay, good. I am not familiar with the Perry program for being that far. The biggest person I can talk to you about is Kenny Freeze.
Yes.
My man down in Xavier. So I knew nothing about Perry until I met Kenny Freeze. And when I got up here, I realized quickly how big of a name he was up here in Perry.
Here are the starters. And look for number 1, Joel Brown, a senior guard. He's been very, very consistent. He's got a game of 31 against Massillon under his belt. Luke Wolf, number 11, sophomore. He gives him height at 6'5". Then you've got Kyson Walker, a sophomore guard, number 15. Landon Doherty, number 35, junior. And Bryce Davis, no relation to yours truly, number 5, a senior. Here come the starting 5. Dante McClellan.
Playing very well lately.
Trajan Foster.
Steady.
Yes.
Really steady. Really gets it done.
Jesus Moody.
Best defensive player in the whole Federal League by far.
He's number 21 in our scoring column, but number 30 in the scorebook, Mr. Reed Sims Jr., and he's been on fire. He's coming off a 20-point game in the win against Gleno, part of this rebirth by the McKinley boys.
Well, at some point you go from being a sophomore, Scott, this time of year, to being a junior, and he's probably hit that point 14 games into the season, understanding what he has to do on the floor. He's hit that point, and therefore that's why he's able to score those points. And you know with Reed, once he gets going, he's pretty tough to put that fire out.
Nice balance by McKinley, and this seems to be a starting 5 they may stay with moving forward. 2 seniors, a junior, and 2 sophomores.
Yeah, you can look forward to this lineup for a while, unless somebody does something to really get out of it.
So this is Joel Brown. We talked about him. He's been the constant in this program for the last few years. Averaging better than 13 per game.
Like all teams, they want to make McKinley pay 4 or 5 passes in the possession to make sure they take time and get easy shots. They don't want to take quick shots because they know McKinley wants to play fast.
Graham comes away with the basketball. This is Sims, and he'll back it out. Whistle. Bryce Davis, first personal foul. And at the line, as you say, he's Mr. Consistent. He's one of the nicest young men you ever want to meet.
You ever want to meet. He's really a nice young man. The thing I like about him the most is that he's really played his way into his game the last couple of years. He doesn't try to do something that he can't do. He's a very, very good driver, and he's a very good pull-up guy. And he knows when to get all the way to the rack. Missed 2 free throws there. That's highly unlikely of him, but that's what happens. Now, the key to Perry will try to pass that thing at least 5 or 6 times, hoping that McKinley will have a breakdown.
3-point goal is good. We talked about Luke Wolf.
Yeah. Luke Wolf last year looked pretty good against us on the game when we went to. He was a freshman when we went over to Perry. He played pretty well against us.
His season high, 18 points against the Green Bulldogs. Good ball movement inside. McClellan will get the assist. Sims with the basket.
Nice pass. Nice pass. They've been playing a while together since they've been in the 7th and 8th grade. Here's a steal. Nice long arms.
Shot is up. Back of the rim. Nice rebound and basket. Number 2, Dante McClellan.
Great steal by Sims. Didn't think the shot was perfect. Thought he should have took it to the rack. But a great steal. But when you shoot it like he does, he thinks that's a layup.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it, you said it.
Yeah.
4-3 McKinley. We played almost 2 minutes.
And see, this is what they want to do.
Sure.
Just kind of grind it out.
Shot is up and good. 3-point goal, Joel Brown.
He shot that with no problem.
6'4" Perry. Approaching the 5.5-minute mark. Nice feed inside. Assist to Graham. Basket by Foster.
Nice give and go. Been playing alongside of each other the last couple of years. Yes. Understand each other's move. Runs the offense to the way it's supposed to be. Perry shooting the ball very well.
Across the rim. Rebound McClellan.
There he goes.
To the basket.
Good move. He can do a lot more of that And he chooses not to do that a lot, but he can do a lot more of that, especially in transition when you're playing against a team where the big's not going to get back or beat you down the floor.
Keep having to remind myself he's a sophomore, and that started, of course, in football.
Yes, it
he's
did.
out there doing things offensively, defensively, and I said, wait a minute, he's a sophomore?
Yes, he's a
And
sophomore.
he just picked up where he's left off, and he's gotten better here as he's gone along.
Right. I told him right before the game, I said, now, are you awake? I hear you awake. Because when I left to go to Africa, you were dead sleep, walking around dead sleep out there on the floor. He goes, Mr. Lee, no, I wasn't. I said, yes, you were. I said, now you're starting to be the Dante McCullough that I thought was going to be at the beginning of the year. You're starting to be that person now, and that's what I'm enjoying watching.
Yeah, this team's been on a roller coaster ride. They were struggling on a 4-game losing streak, and all of a sudden the light bulbs went off, and they've won 2 in a row, trying to make it 3 tonight.
And this is a team that can do this, can rip off 5 or 6 in a row, based on their defense and based on the team.
And also based on the coaching staff as well.
Yeah, exactly. V's put together a great team. And this is the type of team that if they just play within themselves and play to their standard, they can beat anybody in the Federal League, but they can also lose to anybody in the Federal League.
Well, and that's the nature of the Federal League
Yep.
for the most part, too. So it makes it so tough and so entertaining at the same time. All right, 8-6 Bulldogs inside the 5-minute mark. You see McKinley applying pressure. Perry hanging in there. 3-point shot off the rim.
Here we go again.
By Brown. Yep, McKinley wants to run. McClellan and a whistle.
What I like about this team is that they get down the floor and they understand, get open. The guy's going to find you if you're open.
Well, Bryce Davis gets a start tonight. Unfortunately, picks up 2 fouls, has to sit down, and to take his spot is number 4, junior Carson Basham. Nice give and go.
Same play.
Yeah, same. They should form a partnership. Johnson to Foster.
Johnson to Foster. And you know, the thing about it is that they finish strong around the basket.
Foster with 4. The lead is 4. 10-6 McKinley, midway point of the first period of play. And a very entertaining game on both sides.
The big thing with both teams, Perry wants to really grind it out.
Sure.
And McKinley wants to get up and down the floor. The thing McKinley has to do is continue to build on their lead. That's the only thing that's going to speed Perry up. Nothing else will speed him up.
Brown with the basketball. Double team momentarily. Somehow maintained possession. This is Basham, who just came into the ball game.
What you got to do here is Sims has got to do a better job of pressing the ball. Because what he's allowing them to do is slow the tempo down. Now you got to pressure.
We got caddy corner at the opposite end of the court just so you get our perspective.
Right. And at some point you'll see McKinley run and jump a little bit. Start trapping a little bit. Right now, straight up man-to-man.
Ooh.
Two times Sims almost came away with steals in that situation. But again, if you're playing 5 guys pressuring the ball, you can't be the one guy that everybody, they get the ball and they're able to say, okay, let's get back into our offense. You got to keep containing the ball and keep pressuring the basketball.
Nico Martelli, freshman, number 41, is into the game.
And you can see Reed's backing off. You got to be able to pressure the ball.
Peyton Wanger is number 20. He's in there as well, as head coach Mickey Saban continues to try to find the right combination and give everybody a chance to contribute. Speaking of contributing, Jaleel Graham for 3. Yes.
Nice patience, nice shot. Feet up underneath of him, shoulder squared, knocked it down. Now you got to help. Good pass. Here's Jason's Moody.
Yep. And Moody. Here's that man again, Graham.
Yes, right. 2 in a row. Feet underneath, shoulder squared, knock it down.
And just like that, it's a 10-point lead, as you see on the scoreboard as we approach the 2-minute mark.
Left hand. Stay in the left hand. You see what I mean by that?
Yep.
Stay in the left hand. Ride it all the way down. Make a nice little soft left hand shot. Don't be in a hurry to get back to the right side, especially when the defense is in the middle of the floor. But good job of defense that time. Like I said, can't be that guy that they get a break on.
First substitution for the Bulldogs, number 13, senior Antonio Williams is checked in for Moody.
Sims is searching. There you go. Needed to do that on the fast break. Go to the left-hand side. I tell you what, I always liked him even as a sophomore. I thought he was long and lean. I like players like that, and he's starting to come into his own now.
18-6. We got Graham with 6 and 3 other players with 4 apiece.
Just sit down and guard. You don't have to try to steal it. Sit down and guard.
Knocked away.
Nice job
Foster.
by Foster. Yeah,
Yep.
Nice job. Nice job. Probably want to see him get a sub in for Sims. He's bending over, pulling the shorts.
Foster and Graham, probably the top 2 players in terms of experience and moving the ball around.
There they go.
Yep. Graham's had the hot hand, this time inside, yes.
And that's the way I expect him to play.
Yep.
Do what you got to do to give your team now just sit down and guard. Catch up, beat him to a spot. There you go. Don't reach. 20-6, real nice quarter. They did a nice job. Early on, they gave up some wide open shots, but right now, on every shot.
Sims with the rebound. McKinley will keep it.
Like I said, Sims a little tired. You can see it on his face. Got his hands on his hip, pulling his shorts. That mistake he made over there, and luckily it's still McKinley's ball, was a tied mistake. That's what I call a tied mistake.
Basham in for his second tour duty, number 4.
Now this is where you got to be a leader. One shot. You only need one shot. Get out of here.
Graham with it. Guarded by Walker.
Five-second call. Haven't seen that all year. I've been around all year. I ain't seen a 5-second call.
The officials have been waiting for you to get back.
I haven't seen a 5-second call all year. That's the first one I've seen. Now you need to try to get a steal and get it back.
14.2 seconds to go in a fast-paced first period. Shot is up. Rim, yes. And he got the roll. And frankly, the way he plays, he deserves that. 20-9.
Right.
And looking at Perry, the young man who just hit the basket, Joel Brown, 2 threes for 6. Luke Wolf has the other 3-point goal. And we've got for McKinley, Jaleel Graham leading all scorers with 8 and 4 apiece for Dante McClellan, Reed Sims Jr., and Trajan Foster. And the numbers add up.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Well, I never take that for granted since I'm the scorekeeper. See, that's how that works.
I trust your numbers every day. Every day.
Or remind me to get you a sympathy card when things don't quite go that way. But you know I appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah, so Mickey Saban, and I want to mention his young son because he has done an outstanding job. And I met him before the game, Xander. What a nice young man, senior point guard, has followed his dad from stop to stop along the way. He's averaging almost 18 points, 6 assists, and from the foul line, he's hitting 84%. But he got hurt, And this is, I believe, the 6th game he has missed.
Dismiss.
His goal is to try to get back before the end of the season because he's just maybe 1 or 2 games away from hitting that 1,000 point. Yeah.
But he's a coach's son.
Yep.
You should expect that from a coach's son.
Yeah.
Grew up in the gym, played around in the gym, did everything in the gym. And most coaches' sons are career shooters. You know, they get shots up. As they grow up, they get shots up. And that's what you want.
Well, and father and son both class acts. I just want to mention that as well.
Now they're coming out a little bit more aggressive. You'll see them take shots earlier in their shot clock. Not in the shot clock, but in their offense. Good defense by McKinley.
The basketball, Carson Basham. Luke Wolf is number 11. I see in the game for the Bulldogs, Connor Weldon, number 23. That's the defensive matchup on Wolf.
Great defense by Connor.
Good ball movement. Good defense by Graham. Graham with the basketball.
They took 50 seconds off the clock.
Mm-hmm. Weldon. Ball loose.
Turnover.
Yep. Basham with it.
Good block by Dante. Basham didn't really look like he wanted to take that shot. He never looked like he wanted to take the shot, right? He's just like moseying on down. And then he decided the last minute, but it was too late because Dante was right there.
Brown with it, the acknowledged leader of the Perry team, and a whistle. If it's a foul, it'll be on Antonio Williams.
Marlon Oden makes that call. 18-year official. Marlon Oden. Seen him in here a lot. About 5 years of living in Canton, I've seen him in here a lot. He's had some big games in here, too.
Well, as I said on a number of these live streams, my congratulations to every single person who's been involved in this renovation.
Yes.
And as I say, somebody said, how old is this building? Well, I'll tell you how old it is. It's 5 years older than I am.
Well, I tell you what, I was looking at the building, and I went out to the concession stand, and they've painted the concession area white, which is made the outside areas a lot better. More looks like it's more room, but it's not. But it's lit up very well. So
a lot of the history be at the video board here. And also I understand there's a lot of memorabilia upstairs.
Yes, there is. And they're doing some things to the corners where the memorabilia was in different areas. I think they're doing some things to the corners. The flags have not been rehung, but they will be.
Graham at the foul line. First point for the Bulldogs. We played almost 2 minutes of the second period.
And remember now, Prairie's take the first possession. Prairie took 50 seconds off the clock.
Yes. Well, and it shows, that Coach Saban knows that that's the only way he can try to stay in this game, and paid off again thanks to Joel Brown. 3 threes. He's got.
There's Connor with another 3. Connor Walden, nice 3 down there. The thing I liked about the 3 that Connor took, he didn't hesitate.
Yeah, and he's a 3-point special. I think he's got 4 3-pointers. That's his specialty, so to speak. Williams gets it back. And he comes right back. Nice job coming back and nailing a 3-pointer. And that's Antonio Williams' specialty as well.
Yeah, and it's good to see him do that. Oh, great pickpocket right there. Great pickpocket right there.
Graham with 4 in this period and a game-high 12 in the game. And Brown tries to counter. Weldon with the rebound.
and the way Jalil just let him in there.
Graham with the bullet pass, 3 ball, little off the mark by Williams.
Good steal. Here he goes.
McClellan,
Good,
nice
good
feed inside.
and one.
Whistle. Yep. So Moody's in the score sheet.
Jason's with a nice, tough shot. A nice pass, but even better shot. That's one of the toughest shots in basketball. About 5 feet on the side of the rim. And he just took his time, got hit, and really had a nice touch on it.
Foster and Sims Jr. back in for McKinley. Both teams are liberally substituting.
And McKinley's picked it up in the last minute or so. That'll be 9 points in the last minute or so.
Once again, we've got 4 in the scoring column in this period alone. Back in there, Bryce Davis handling the ball. He had to sit down early due to a couple of personal fouls.
Now what you want to do is really sit down and guard, extend the lead in the last 4 minutes. So your second half, you can kind of get into a situation where you can just kind of cruise.
McKinley bothering that shot.
Nice jump shot. Jump stop, I'm sorry, by Foster. Exactly what he does when he comes down on the break. Jump stops a lot of times change direction or either pull up.
And
What he does best.
Junior forward, picks up that foul. Yeah, this is the pace that the Bulldogs like, and the Panthers say, can we try something else?
Yeah, I didn't talk about it earlier, but the only way the Bulldogs lose this game is the game's in the 40s. Doesn't look like it's going to be in the 40s. It's like we're going to be somewhere in the 70s and 80s. But that's the only way the Bulldogs lose this game.
Trajan, who had a rough time earlier in the game, perfect on those 2 foul shots, and he's got 6.
What you want to stay away from here, too, is being in the 1-and-1.
Moody's first personal foul. He and Williams each have 1 personal foul as far as the 5 on the floor. So no real issues there.
Nice move. Darnell McLeod. Reed, another knockdown 3 for Reed Sims.
This might be a season high for the Bulldogs as far as 3-point goals.
I could see in the warm-ups they were hitting a lot of 3s in the warm-ups. You just hit one, you got to get it to them again. There you go.
Approaching the 3-minute mark before halftime. Whistle and a foul.
One of the things as a team that you know as a team, Scott, when you're playing well together, guys who hit shots, feed them. You got to feed them. You got to feed the hot hand.
Sure.
Here comes Reed off a double. Inside to Antonio.
Squeezed out of there, 2 or 3 Perry defenders.
See, that's the type of thing that'll get coach upset. Turnover on one end, not hustle back, then make another dumb foul on the other end where you just lean on somebody. Tough shot for him to make. He's going full speed on the side of the basket. Let him make that.
Bryce Davis in the score sheet.
The original starting 5 for McKinley's back on the floor now.
Yeah.
Try to close out the second quarter pretty strong.
That one did everything but go in the basket.
Yes, it did.
38-15, 2:45 left to play. Strong
Good
move
rebound.
by Foster. Yeah, Moody with a nice rebound.
Good ball movement. Great move.
Good defense.
Screen to screen act right here.
That'll be 3 foul shots for Sims Jr.
Yeah, never.
That almost went down. That could have been a 4.
4-point play, yeah. And the thing for me on those type of things, as a coach, I used to always say, don't foul the jump shooter. Don't foul the jump shooter.
Yeah.
If he knocks it in your eyes, shake his head and keep it moving. Don't foul the jump shooter.
Eight points for Reed. You'll have 2 more. And he can join Graham in double figures if he can send this one in, and he does so. Nice job at the foul line, 3 for 3. He's got 10.
Here comes the trap. Nice.
Jalil Graham, he's on fire.
Another turnover here. Good pass. Good pass. Good job. Good screen. What made it good for Dante in that situation, he had a great screen where he sealed the guy.
Yep.
And once he sealed the guy, he was wide open right in front. So for you young players out there, when you set good screens, you open up yourself. If you can do that, you'll open up yourself. And that's what he did in that situation. Set a real good screen where he sealed him off, and then it opened up right in front of him. He was able to drop it down and almost got a 3-point play out of it.
McClellan will try to split the pair and record his 5th point of the game.
I would say so far with my key play to the standard, I think they played to the standard.
Yeah. And then some, perhaps.
Yeah, and then some, perhaps. I don't see a lot of things for Coach V to be upset about right now.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Here we come with a little bit of the flex cut.
Sims just off the mark, but he gets the ball back. Nice job by Graham to corral it. Bounce pass. Taken away by Perry.
Nice pass.
Luke Wolf, he's got a total of 5 in the game. 3 ball in the first quarter. His first points of the second period.
Here we go. Running the offense. Nice.
Beautiful passing.
Nice. Nice screen on the interior, too.
Sims 8 in the period, 12 in the game. We're at the 1-minute mark. Beautiful move by Graham. He's got 8 in the period and 16 in the first half. Basham with it. Three ball, a little short. Rebound Moody.
Good pass.
Head to Sims. Sims controls. Graham will back it out. And we're down to 22 seconds.
Last shot. Now
Yeah.
Graham needs to come get the ball. Now let's not turn it over now. Execute at the end of the quarter. We didn't do a good job the first quarter. Execute at the end of the quarter. There you go.
Good ball movement. 6. Graham. Good.
Good.
10 in the period. 18 in the first half. Amazing.
Yep. Nice job by Jalil running the play in the end of the second quarter. Because the first quarter, we didn't do a very good job of executing at the end of the quarter. They're playing to the standards, limited turnovers, not a lot of fouls. Only had 4 fouls in the first half. That's the difference in the way they're playing. D'ing up, playing sharp defense, but not fouling. That's a mark of a good team. And that's what you want to do all the time in games like this. Play solid, but don't foul.
For the Perry Panthers, Joel Brown, their leading scorer, leads the way with 8. Luke Wolf has 5. Kyson Walker, sophomore, got the start at guard tonight with a bucket for 2. And Bryce Davis, the senior, number 5, has 1 point in the game. For the McKinley Bulldogs, impressive to say the least, led by Jaleel Graham. He's averaging 13 per game. In the first half, he already has 18. And that includes 8 in the first period and 10 more in the second stanza. And next in line is number 30, Reed Sims Jr. with a dozen. That's 4 in the first period and 8 in the second period. And then Dante McClellan has a total of 5, 4 of those in the first period of play. Antonio Williams off the bench for 3. Trajan Foster with 4 in the first period and 2 foul shots for a total of 6 in the second period of play. And then Jason Moody, all 3 of his points, and Connor Weldon with 3, all those in the second period, where McKinley outscored the Panthers 30-8.
Well,
50-17 at halftime.
Yep, and they really should. I think they really should just coast in from here. Really don't do anything to hurt yourself. Play hard. Be good about not fouling on the defensive end, and then just see what comes up. But we got a long second half out here.
Sounds like a plan, my friend. Sounds like a plan. We'll step aside and be back with second half action. We're at halftime of this Federal League game. It's McKinley 50 and Perry 17.
If you're seeking an energetic, creative, and vibrant presenter, Lucas Tyndale is your choice. I'm already looking forward to booking him again.
Lucas's engaging and enthusiastic style created positive energy and engagement with our leaders. He is very personable and connects well with his audience.
You need to set your GPS so that your life is the life you plan for it to be. I don't care how young you are, how old you are. Your life should not just be a series of unfortunate events and things just happen.
You never get in your car and just say, I'm just going to see where I end up. Right? Is that ever a setting in your GPS? Just take me wherever you want me to go.
I cannot recommend Lucas enough. I have pretty high standards, and he exceeded them effortlessly. Authentic, energetic, and thought-provoking.
Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. E-I-E-I-O. I want you guys to remember E-I-E-I-O forever. E-I stands for emotional intelligence. When you know who you are, it's easy to do what you do. This is who I am.
Lucas does wonderful work. Absolutely rivets the group with his enthusiasm. I definitely walked away a better man than I arrived. Divergent,
humorous,
Storyteller.
Knowledgeable.
my favorite keynote speaker.
So on the count of 3, you guys are going to say some simple words. You're going to just say, I love you. And you're going to picture yourself in the mirror. You're just saying this to yourself. It's really simple. You're going to simply say, I love you to you. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. A little louder. 1, 2, 3. I love you guys too. Thank you guys so much. My name is Lucas Tyndale. It's been a pleasure being here with you guys today.
Well, we're being entertained by the pep band of Canton McKinley, and they certainly are showing their pep and entertaining us here tonight. Go inside both sides here and what you feel they hope to accomplish in the second half here. The outcome has been decided, let's face it.
Pretty much, yo. But what you're saying to them is that, listen, we're down 50-17. Let's try to go in here. We're down 33 points. Let's try to cut that lead to about 20. See if we can outplay them in this quarter. And then, the fourth quarter, let things happen. But if I can get this thing to 20 from 33, number one, you don't have the running clock on me, right? And you have an opportunity to kind of play the whole game out, which is good for the kids because it gives them an opportunity to work on some things. Now, with McKinley, what they're saying on the other side, hey, I don't want to come out here and I don't want to play sloppy. I don't want to see you go half speed, go full speed, execute, do the same things. You only had 4 fouls in the first half. That means you guarded. You guarded really well. I want to see the same thing second half. Don't want to see this team in the 1-1 early in the second half. It'll be a long game. Nice pass. And they probably said, let's get Trayshawn Foster off the snides.
Doherty, who gets the second half start with the rebound.
Nice stroke.
Yep, just off the mark for Brown, Joel Brown. This is McClellan. McClellan all the way with the left hand.
Nice move. Nice move.
He's got 7. Good ball movement by Perry.
Moses did a nice job.
Good defense. Crisp passing. Boy, and from deep. In fact, you almost got that from the bench.
You know, he set up in the corner. That's what he does.
Yep.
He sets up in the corner, and it just was an easy play. I love Dante's attitude. I love his demeanor today. He's laughing with the referee right now. Come on, ref. And the referee's laughing back. But, you know, he's a great kid. I mean, just a great kid. Work ethic's there, understands the game. I think we're seeing the maturity factor. We've got to remember he's only a sophomore. We want so much more from him than just being a sophomore, and he's starting to give it to us.
Jaleel Graham with a strong first half, 18 points. This is McClellan. And again, good ball movement, Foster.
Good defense.
Good
idea
by McKinley, yep.
There you go. Nice move.
There's that man again, Jaleel Graham. And he's got 20.
McKinley came out and started the way they wanted to. Nice job. Outscoring them 7-4 so far in the quarter. Nice left hand. Get your head up, head up. There you go. Bad
Jr.
pass. And you know why that was a bad pass? And it sailed on him. He passed it off his hip.
Okay.
He picked it up off the floor. He passed it off his hip, trying to pass it over top of a guy. In that situation, you want to pick it up over the head and throw it, and your gun should be pointing at the end right at the guy. He would have got that pass.
So it's a matter of angles.
Right. It's a matter of angles. It's a matter of making sure you got clear space.
My geometry
not my
be
sport.
proud of me.
Not me.
But this is the only time I got it right was connecting it to sports. Big shocker there, right?
I can't tell you anything in geometry. I'm going to tell you. Nice hustle on that play.
5 in the period, 17 in the game. His season high, as we mentioned just the other night against Glen Oak, 20. So he's on a roll.
Yes, he is.
Carson Basham back in. Kyson Walker gets a breather.
Almost a steal.
Shot just short. Rebound
Head
by
up.
Foster.
Head up. Yep. Good job. Head up. Make the right pass. In this situation, Scott, you really just want to work on making sure you're making the right passes.
Well, here he comes. I believe it's his first varsity action. I can't
really
say it under oath, but here he is. David Thompson III, number 11.
Going to be a great player here. I can tell you that right now. Freshman. Really shoots it well. Has a great understanding of the basketball game. Watch.
Offensive foul is the call.
Marlon, that call is uncalled for. Come on, Marlon.
Jaleel Graham, just his first personal foul. And we've got 3 minutes to go here in this third period of play. You see the lead is 40, so we're into the movement of the clock situation. 3-point shot is up and good. Nice job, Luke Wolf.
I like Luke Wolf, man.
Yeah, 6 in the period, 9 in the game.
Somebody was asking me about him at halftime. I said, I really like that sophomore. He's going to be a good player for them.
He's got the height of an inside player and shoots like a guard.
Good pull-up.
Nice job,
Nice
Graham.
pull-up.
Game high 22.
And it's a 22 that he didn't force. You know, we've seen Jaleel sometimes force some of that.
Great
this
point.
is 22 points that he did not force. Nice pull-up, Moses. Moses had a nice pull-up.
Yeah, rattled the rim but didn't go down. And we're at the 2-minute mark, period number 3. Shot off the mark. Good defense by McKinley. Sims Jr. with the ball. Somehow got through traffic. Thompson with it.
And Thompson during the preseason played a lot of varsity when the football players were not out.
Yes, good point. He has 7 in this period and 19 in the game, so he's in line for a season high if he keeps this up.
Good defense.
Yes.
Good pass. Watch this. He's going to try to dunk it. Yeah, it is. My first time seeing him really execute the dunk.
He's got what I believe is a season high 21.
Nice rebound. Good block. Head up. Thinking about the shot before catching the pass, as I like to say. Thinking about the shot before catching the pass.
Stephon Thomas. Jalen Hurd.
Here we go.
Wholesale substitutions.
Outscoring them 15-7 in this quarter right now.
Weldon on defense.
Good
Hurd
defense
is in
right
the
there.
Lineup, 33. Shot is up and good.
Put it up, Thompson. Put it up. It's all right. I like it. Now, what's the rule here, Scott? Are we in the into the clock situation right now for the beginning of the fourth quarter?
I would think so, but I thought the Titanic could float, so I'm not so sure. I should know. Listen,
I think we are.
They're keeping me on my toes, just trying to keep track of the scoring.
I think a 30-point lead in the fourth quarter. You are
15-7, as you mentioned,
right.
The difference in that period. But this is a perfect storm for McKinley because of the way the season is developed. We haven't seen the role players, the bench players, at the end of the bench.
Right.
So this is a really valuable experience, and I want to say hats off to Perry. They're out there competing as best as they can,
and they haven't shown any quit.
Right.
That's what I like about the Perry coaching staff. They haven't shown any quit, and they're doing some things right now to get ready for next year. Playing some people that probably wouldn't have played on varsity.
Well, they've got all 4 grade categories represented.
Well, I tell you what,
a couple freshmen in uniform have seen.
McKinley's got a different starting crew this quarter, so it'll be something to see, and I think it'll be running clock. I can tell you, Vito, this do not let that thing get under 30. They better stay running clock. And what I mean by running clock, right now, TV Land, we would be at a stoppage of play.
Right.
And it is continuing to run as we go through taking the ball out.
So Williams with the basketball. Good ball movement around the three-point arc. Thompson just a little off the mark. I saw Peyton Wingard on the floor, and I thought, oh, foul must be on somebody else. It was on him.
It was on him, yeah.
But again, he's in there competing.
Look for this to go up. Connor's going to put this up.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't. This is going up. I told you.
It's going in.
It's going in.
Well, and I'm happy for Connor, another fine young man. And I believe the first game where he's had more than one basket.
Well,
game,
and the thing about Connor is that I think he can contribute even more.
Well,
it's all about confidence with him.
Yeah.
It's all about confidence.
And we also know he can shoot the three ball. There's no question.
No question
Every
about it.
basket he's made has been a three ball so far this year.
This is David Thompson. Nice move. And that
nice
he'll be
play
able
to draw, get to the foul
He'll
line.
be able to finish that as he gets a little stronger. The thing with that was he wasn't strong enough to really push that thing up with his left hand. But as he continues to hit those weights this summer, he'll be in good shape with that.
Yeah, we go.
I'm a varsity player now. You can say I play JV, but I'm a varsity player now. Nice. So that stroke coming from way down.
Yeah, and he's in the books for the first time.
Peyton let that go, and it looked pretty when he let it go. And Connor's just going to let them all fly. You guarantee you, Connor's not passing up anything or turning down any shots. Only thing he's turning down is his collar. That's the only thing he's going to turn down. He'll turn down his collar. He's going to take every shot he possibly can in here.
Perry with the timeout.
And Perry has to do that because it's the only way to stop the clock. And people probably saying, you're down 43 points. Why are you taking? Well, it's the only way to stop the clock, to allow his kids to play even more.
Now that I'm adding up the numbers of some of the starters, here's hoping they don't come back in, only because I have to start the math all over again. But right now, Graham 22, Sims 21, and Foster with 6. But again, he didn't take that many shots in this game. The real importance here is getting everybody a chance to contribute.
Right, exactly.
Because you just never know when your number will be called. Good defense by Thompson.
This is good defense by the second crew.
Mm-hmm.
Playing really well together. Switching on it. Head up.
Rebound by Hurd. This is Thompson. You have Thompson and Thomas.
Right.
Sounds like a law firm right there.
You got one.
And we're approaching the midway mark of this fourth period. Hurd with it.
Good movement. They're running the flex offense, which we call America's offense. They're
Thomas fighting hard. Got it back again. Inadvertent foul, but a foul nonetheless.
Right.
On Landon Doherty, number 35.
And Perry's bringing in some more substitutions as well to give them an opportunity to play.
Yeah, one is number 32. That's Drake Jacobson, a sophomore point guard. Again, we talk about good ball movement by this unit.
Everybody rooting for this kid.
Yes.
He can shoot it. He can shoot it.
David Thompson the third.
Boy, he can shoot it. The whole bench erupted when he first let the shot go. The whole bench erupted. Wanted it to go down, and it did. In games like this, I would tell my teammates, do not foul anybody shooting.
Yes.
That's about a minute off the clock. We need that time. Do not foul anybody shooting. We need that time.
Clock continues to run. We're at 2:20 left to be played.
Here he comes, David Thompson. Dad's got to be sitting up there proud to see his son play.
Nice move by Thomas. He'll get a chance at the foul line.
I tell you, the place looks really, really good around here. They've done a great job on this.
They have.
It's reverb. I mean, especially if you get out here, you got to come out and support the kids and come out and see this. This is great. This is a great place. It's the iconic place, like you call it.
It is.
It's just a great place to see.
And funny, I didn't even think about it at the start of the year when I called it the iconic.
I love it. I love when you say that, when you come on and you talk about this old place. And it's got the most basketball wins, 1945, going to 1946 here tonight.
If these walls and floor could talk.
They have you here all night, telling you great stories about the great ones.
Yep, no question. And we're down to 1 minute. 1 minute.
And I'm a basketball guy, so I would sit around and listen to all the stories.
Oh, yes.
Got about 50 seconds to go in it, Scott.
Good defense by Weldon. And the rebound by Williams. Thompson to Williams. Swinging around to Thomas. Weldon. Everybody getting a chance. And Hurd inside. And he's in the scoring column. So.
And I think V wanted to do that to get him into the scoring column.
I think everybody's in the scoring column who dressed here tonight.
And there's again.
76 to 29. But I really think both teams accomplished quite a bit here tonight. McKinley has now won 3 in a row. It wasn't that long ago. They were mired in a 4-game losing streak.
Yes.
So the rebuild continues, if you will. And let's get the scoring out of the way. I've got Jaleel Graham down with a game-high 22. Reed Sims Jr. right behind him with a personal best this year of 21.
Right.
Dante McClellan with 7. Trajan Foster with 6. 3 for Jasus Moody. Connor Weldon ending up with 6, and he got to play with both units,
Yes,
the number 1 unit, and to finish the game.
Right.
Antonio Williams came off the bench with a 3 ball. And then as far as the bench, David Thompson Jr. with 5, Jalen Hurd with 2, Stephon Thomas with 1. And let's listen to the McKinley alma mater. Also want to mention for Perry, their top two players came through, Luke Wolf with 9 and Joel Brown with 8, as they had 17 of their team's 29 points. Your thoughts on this game?
Well, first of all, I got to give McKinley a lot of credit on the way they played and the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, we're very efficient, but on the defensive end, did a really nice job of guarding and not fouling. They never got into the bonus situation. And it was a good situation for them. Their seniors really stepped up along with Sims, had a nice night. Sims has proven to be a pretty good scorer. But the thing I like the most, the sharing of the basketball, the ability to execute. And the first quarter we didn't execute well, but in the second and third quarter we executed well down the stretch. So really happy about where we are right now as a team, starting to really put it together. Big week next week.
Yeah,
3 straight.
Week next week, Tuesday, traveling to Wadsworth, heading into play tonight. They were 10-5. On Friday, a road trip to Greene. They're 12-4 overall, starting tonight's play. And then on Saturday, this is a makeup thanks to Mother Nature over the Christmas break, traveling to Warren Harding. At least our head coach will know how to get there.
Oh, he will love to get there, and he will love to take everybody with him.
And Harding with a record of 8-6 at last check. So 3 teams plus 500 mark, and 2 of those in double figures in wins.
Yes.
So it doesn't get any easier there.
Right.
But it's great to have you back.
Appreciate it, buddy.
And we've got one more boys game on live stream. In fact, it's 2 weeks from tonight, and it should be a classic because the Jackson Polar Bears are coming.
Can't wait till they come.
Yeah, that's right.
Can't wait till they get here.
Should be a great matchup.
Yep.
And we'll be back on Monday as well for the girls' regular season finale, and invite everybody to tune in at 6:30 because one of the highlights is going to be senior recognition. They're calling it the senior celebration. That'll start at 6:30 with game action scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. So that'll do it. There you see the final score, the W for the Bulldogs. Good effort by Perry as well. The final, McKinley 76 and the Perry Panthers 29. Got to say my thank yous to Mr. Ralph Lee Jr., to our producer-director Dave Jingo, to Amanda Dukes, to Jen Eberly, to Ian Burton on camera. Thanks to Bill Widener and Trent Comer, my longtime CCS TV colleagues for their work on this project. Want to thank AD Mike Schott, Athletic Department Secretary Lisa Owens, Director of Sports, Athletic Partnerships, Facilities, and Phys Ed, Mr. Joe Bogdan, and our voice of the Canton Fieldhouse, Mr. Alex Rafus. All my broadcast partners, Mr. Lee, Kent McClellan, Stephanie Piper-Rowe Henderson, and our friends at Lucas Live Media on Facebook, our streaming partner. And as always, most of all, my thanks to you for joining us. And in the words of the late, great Joe Tate, have a good night, everybody.